Hey, welcome everyone. My name is Perplexed, and welcome to PQT News. Let me say hi to Patreons, members, former Patreons, former members, future Patreons, future members, and everyone in between. And of course, my wonderful mods and my lovely subs and everybody else. So, another late night live. But I can tell you that me and Occam Razor have been doing this for hours. I took a drama break just because I needed a break. But then we went back at it the last couple of minutes. Discovered a major bombshell. She confirmed that she believes that it's right. And here we go. So there's a couple of things that I want to update you guys first. Thanks to Jamie. Anthony Todd went back to court today. Let me pull that up. So Anthony Todd went to court. He was the one in Florida, the pharmacist that wiped out his whole family. He was arrested on January 13th. Police entered his home to take him into custody for separate charges out of Connecticut. They entered the home. Todd tried to take a fatal dose of Benadryl. It didn't work. Police discovered Todd's wife, children, family dog had been stabbed to death. He actually left him on the bed. He was taken into custody where he confessed. Recently, he pulled that confession and was trying to say that the wife did it, but he knew too many details. There's no way he could get away with it. It has been released that he gave his wife and 2 sons near-fatal doses of Benadryl and then stabbed them. One of the sons fought back. The daughter did not have any visible marks on her. It was obvious the bodies had been dead for weeks. No signs of a Christmas tree or decorations found in the home, leading investigators to believe that they were killed before then. 2 boys were 11 and 13. The daughter was 4. Megan was found in her bed with the children wrapped in her blankets at her feet. I thought the wife was found in the hallway. She wasn't found in the bed. She was at the hallway. I'm reading Jamie's update. But the wife wasn't near the kids, from what I remember. Todd's now he pulls Chris Watts, and he claims his wife Megan had killed the kids and the family dog before committing suicide. He also said that she possibly tried to do it previously. They said marital bed. I thought that she was found in the hallway. I don't totally remember, though. He also claims that he was not home at the time of the murders because he was in Connecticut, but he knew every fucking detail of it. He knew how his wife did it and everything. Todd had been charged with 4 counts of first-degree homicide and 1 count of animal cruelty. Florida will seek the death penalty. Now, I brought the update to you guys a couple of days ago. They changed the story, and he's pulling a Chris Watts that his wife did it. But he was in court today, and Jamie updated it. He was in court for a hearing. Court officials said that an order was signed Wednesday transferring the case from Judge Wayne Wooten and Felony Division 201 to Judge Keith Carson at Felony Division 301. Divisions 201 and 301 are both in Osceola County, Florida. Status hearing was set for February 5th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m., which at that time a trial could be set. Todd is a public defender, filed a motion on December 15th of 2020 for a continuance, stating additional time is needed in order to prepare a case for trial. The accused previously waived speedy trial. So the update was he went to court and they switched judges for no apparent reason. Like they're both the same. I'm not sure why it was changed. Could be a scheduling issue, but so yeah. So a continuance till February 5th. I want to thank you, Jamie, for that update. Now, and that's also a really fucking interesting case. I mean, this guy was rich. This guy had everything going for him. His wife was a physical therapist. He was a physical therapist. They ran this multi-million-dollar company. And then he started doing tax evasion and everything else. And next thing you know, this guy's getting wiped out. FBI's investigating. And he decided the best way to handle is to wipe out his whole family. Now, the catch part of that is, thanks, Occams. The catch part of that is that he really didn't have to wipe out his family because he was fucking going to jail anyway. But his dad went to jail for trying to murder his mom like 40 years prior. And he watched it. He saw it happen. So it's just a whacked out case. That's not who's in the picture. But the whole Anthony Todd, it's TODT, is just a whacked out case. So we will be following that more closely. Now let's get into this other case. Oh, bejesus. Me and Occam's Rays uncovered a whole bunch of shit, including the second person. So, all right, if you weren't here on my last video, I somehow discovered this case where a 16-year-old murdered his whole family. The 16-year-old was found, and he shot a 12-year-old, a 3-year-old, and his mom and his stepdad in Elkview, West Virginia. So it was really heart-wrenching to hear about the case and to read about it. You know, the more I learned about it. Then I found out today that a now 17-year-old female has been arrested in the case. Me and Occam were looking. I don't think the girl's 17, though. I think it's going to come out she's more like 15, not 17, because she's only a sophomore in high school. When I show you the picture, you're going to die. This girl looks so innocent. So innocent. I contacted a couple of family members. I did contact a family friend who really wouldn't give too much information. His girlfriend. It was his girlfriend for sure. So what Occam just learned is that when we try to, like, the girlfriend has I'm in a relationship with so-and-so, and we looked up that name, and it's a name from Call of Duty. So that kind of says a lot, but the police have not released the name, but we figured it out who it was. All right. Give me a moment. All right. Give me 1 second. Whoop. See, what's interesting too, though, is that they're so hush-hush about it. Hold on, let me just add this picture. But they're talking, it's guns, they shouldn't have guns, and it's becoming a big gun debate. Everyone wants to know, were these kids abused? So I'll tell you what we got so far. Hold on, let me move this. parents killing their kids killing their parents, very sad. I agree. So for those of you that are new, that are not really familiar with the story, on Sunday, a juvenile was charged with quadruple murder in West Virginia. The suspect is a juvenile whose name hasn't been released. We now have it released. Kanawha County Sheriff, I'm sure I said that wrong. Occam's razor taught me how to say it before, and now I forgot. Yeah, the gun issue was like really, really heated there. Kanawha, County Sheriff deputies found 2 adults and 2 children, boys aged 3 and 12, dead inside the house. In a press conference, Sheriff Mike Rutherford said the oldest son, a 16-year-old, had been found safe outside the home but did not give further details. The county sheriff said authorities discovered the killings after grandfather went in. He said, I found mom and dad in the bed, and a middle boy was on the floor, and the baby was under the bed. Oh, that's where that came from. Okay. He said, I found mom and dad in the bed, and the middle boy was on the floor, and the baby was under the bed, based on what her husband relayed to her. Neighbors said police activity was unsettling. This morning, I just noticed a lot of traffic on the road. All right. So that's basically what happened originally. Yeah, I'm glad, because I was asking her earlier. I said, how did they know the little boy was under the bed? But that's where that came from. Okay. Now today, a 17-year-old, or alleged 17-year-old, I don't think she's 17, will say a second teenager was arrested. It happened about 6:15 p.m. They say a 17-year-old female has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and a quadruple murder in Elkview. According to the sheriff's department, the 17-year-old female and the 16-year-old male who was previously taken into custody and charged do know each other. Rutherford said they have no reason to believe anyone else was involved in the incident. 17-year-old is being charged with 4 counts first-degree murder. Giving an update, 4 people, including a 3-year-old and a 12-year-old boy, were found dead on Cemetery Hill Drive. Juvenile has been charged in the investigation. Now, let me tell you a couple things that I've noticed about this before I go on. They keep stressing about the kids. They're not stressing about the parents' death. Parents usually come first. If you look at deaths, they'll normally talk about the parents first and then talk about the kids. But they're really putting emphasis on the kids and not about the parents. So you may say to yourself, why? It's not normally like that. Well, what Occam's razor explained to me earlier on the phone is that in that area, these kids are going to hang for doing it to the kids. The parents, not so much. People are pissed about the kids, and it sounds like the media over there is too, because that's all they keep stressing on is the kids. I knew the kids' names before I found out the parents' names. So they're definitely stressing it, that it was the kids that are dead, I guess, for a jury trial. And I'm also going to explain what else we found out. So the 4 victims are Daniel Dell Long, 37, Risa Mae Saunders, 39, Gage Ripley, 12, and Jamison Long, which was 3. So I'm assuming, I don't know why Gage has a different name than Jamison, but yeah, it's saying Gage Ripley. I don't know who Ripley is. Those are the 4 kids that are dead. I mean, the 4 people that died. Does West Virginia have the death penalty? No, we're on different case, Jamie. Because all 3 kids have different... Oh, okay. So then why did he love... Well, that's an angle we need to look at then. Ripley. Who was his father? All right. So we started looking up who this kid was. Who this... Oh, you don't have the death penalty. All right. Who is this other girl? Nobody's releasing a name. And then I found it and found who she was. And she's so innocent. And I'm going to show you that. But one thing I want to show you first. Okay. So this came from a family member. I cut off the name for obvious reasons. But we all knew she was involved in this. Knew it. The rest of the truth will come out. Let the investigation continue. I'm so furious. At least they will get to see and hear her voice. We won't be able to hold, play, or talk with Risa, Gage, or Jameson. Okay. One thing Occam's Razor point out. Why are they not mentioning the stepfather? How come they don't care about the stepdad? Why is his name not in there? And how did she know this little girl was going to be involved? Like, I feel like there's so much more to this case that meets the eye, and they're not letting out any information. They're not giving any information. There's a lot of speculation. Was this kid abused? But how did the sister know that this girl was involved? Well, let me show you like a little history of this girl. You never ever think that this girl has done anything. Oh, the dad's dead. Okay. Because one thing we did learn, and it's obvious, is that the dad favored the middle kid. Maybe for whatever reason, but he definitely did not favor the oldest kid. The oldest kid, the one that killed him, he's in like 1 or 2 pictures. That's it. That's it. But why would her sister think that this girl was going to be involved? And when I first saw that she wrote that, yeah, Gage was the middle kid. When I first saw that she wrote that, I'm thinking to myself, we all knew she was involved? Knew it? That's a cousin. This one is her cousin, you sure? I thought this was a sister. I found that really odd. Like, just really odd. Why would you automatically think that some 15 or 16-year-old girl is involved? It was very weird, but let me show you what she looks like. It's even weirder. Now, this picture is from 2 weeks ago. Her mom is sister to the dead mom's dad. Okay. Check this out. Does this girl look like a mass murderer? This picture was taken on November 11th. So her and this other kid put together this mass plot to kill 4 people. Ben, you're near Elkview? I mean, this is just weird. This girl just doesn't hit me like a mass murderer. "50 minutes from there." Close enough. I wonder how far I am. Ben, how far am I from you? So these two kids, and I say the word kids, murdered 4 people. These 2 kids are going to spend the rest of their life in prison. She looks innocent, but she's probably the one. Yeah, but what gain would she have from him wiping out his whole family? Ben did it with a candlestick. Seriously, though. What gain would this girl possibly have? They say she's 17, but according to Facebook, she's not. According to Facebook, she's a sophomore. I mean, I guess she could be 17 as a sophomore. I mean, it is West Virginia. No offense, guys. But, because they will charge them as adults. See, and that's the other question. Should they be charged as adults? They're kids. The police say they have motive, but they're not giving up what their motive was. What their motive was. Police are really, really tight-lipped about it due to the family, being that they're minors. I think they probably weren't drunk in love. Do you know Bonnie and Clyde? I don't know. But the fact that the aunt knew that she was involved, there is so much more to this than meets the eye. Now, mind you, literally just found her Facebook page right before I went live, but there's really not much to it. You can't really see that much. But we do know her mom died. She claims to be a Trump supporter. Her mom died on 10/15. Now, this is what we also know. We know that the parents were not exactly liked. We know that rumor has it mom was a piece of shit. That dad was having some kind of surgery, which I talked about last time. He was supposed to have it on Monday if he hadn't died. But it seems the mom was pretty abusive. The kid ran away. The family will tell you, no, there was no abuse or anything else. Of course, everybody's perfect when they die. But it's just crazy to me that these 2 kids took the lives of 4 people. Oh, that was the other thing. So rumor has it, this puts a little light on it. Rumor has it, and again, this is all new, but rumor has it that the oldest kid was always set to take care of his brothers. And that the mom was doing whatever, dad was always sick. So it was always up to him to watch the kids. Now again, this is all rumors. That it was up to him to watch the kids. So he was constantly watching kids. Which would actually explain why he killed the kids. Because he didn't want to watch them. He didn't want to take care of them. He wasn't trying to save them like in other stories where they may be trying to save the kid. He definitely wasn't trying to save the kids. He was trying to be done with them. So the only thing that I can think of just from everything that we learned today, the only thing that I can think of exactly, Carol, is that she was pissed off that he always had to watch his brothers. He always had to take care of his family. He always had to look over his father, and he never had time to be a kid. And being that her mom just died, and maybe her mom dying gave them more freedom. Because of that, she convinced him, well, the only way we're going to be together is if they're dead. That's my thought. This is where the law comes iffy. If that's the case, and neither one have ever been in trouble before, and it turns out that he's abused, or that this is all true, I would not charge him as an adult if I was on that jury. And I would not send this kid to jail for the rest of his life. I personally wouldn't send her to jail for the rest of their life. I think she died of cancer. She just died last month, October 20th. I personally would not send this kid to jail for the rest of his life. I wouldn't send either one of them. If they never, I think she had cancer. Let me look, see if it says. Because there's a picture where they're all around the table. Yeah, I believe she had cancer. So she was grieving. He probably felt abused. And if what we heard is true, I can't say for sure that it's true because again, only a family friend had contacted me back. Have not heard from family yet. All right. Hold on. All right, this just in. I knew the father. He was another son. He has another son. My best friend was with him for years, and it did not end well. I understand the family may be seeing this. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't judge the 16-year-old. My heart breaks that it had to go to this extreme. Nancy said that she had no sympathy for him, but yet she doesn't know what kind of kid or any of the kids went through. And I agree with that. And that's based on basically what I'm forming in my own opinion. Do I have a pic of her mom? I have a family pic. Hold on. There you go. There's a pic of mom. So that tells me she had cancer. And the comments on it are the same. No pictures of the mom. Yeah, that's another thing that we found, that there's no pictures of the mom who was murdered anywhere. Nowhere. If they had not killed the kids, do you think it would be different? Yeah, I think it would, but I mean, think about it. If his frustration came from taking care of kids, why would he keep the kids around? That was the whole thing, was about the kids. I don't even think he hated his parents so much. I think he hated taking care of the kids. Or, better yet, he probably had a lot of resentment because of his father. Probably had a lot of resentment towards the father. Because the father always made him take care of the kids, or he had to take care of him. I just think it's disgusting that they're gonna, I don't know. I have this thing against kids going to jail for life. If they've never been in trouble before, if they don't show signs of a psychopath, if they're not this demented child, you know what I mean? You can't rationalize the thoughts of a 16-year-old. You just can't. I have them. They think they know everything. They think they are. I see it with Sage. That Sage knows everything. I was never a kid. I don't understand. I have no idea what what she thinks because I was never a 16-year-old girl. You know, that kind of shit. They think their problems are the worst. They think they're They just think, they know it all. Yeah, you can't tell a 16-year-old anything. It's exactly right. So because of that, I think to myself, you know what? I'm sorry, but it's not a matter of knowing right or wrong. It's rationalizing. Of course, kids know right from wrong. Hell, Dayton knows right from wrong. It's not a matter of them knowing right or wrong. It's a matter of being able to rationalize your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own emotions. That's where maturity and immaturity make a difference. And I don't mean immature like, you act like a child immature. I mean just mentally immature. That immaturity is something that you can't say that a 16-year-old can rationalize like a 30-year-old. A 30-year-old can't rationalize like a 50-year-old. A 50-year-old can't rationalize like an 80-year-old. There's something called life experience that just happens. I tell people, I laugh at them all the time when they say, I'm so mature for my age. Yeah, sure you are. Tell me that in 15 years when you look back and say that you didn't have a fucking clue about your life. I know that I have very mature kids, but I know in 5 years from now, they're going to think that they know nothing. I mean, it's just part of growing up. And you can't think that a 16-year-old can rationalize logically what they're doing. They can't rationalize because they just don't know how. To put somebody, even though 4 people are dead, don't get me wrong, to put somebody like that in jail for the rest of their life with no prior issues, no, good student, and just snapped. I've seen people go to jail for less, and I've seen people not be put away for the rest of their life. When you're 16 years old and you go to jail for the rest of your life, you might as well just kill yourself. It's not even worth living. But now we have 2 kids that are being charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. Do I think they should be out in 5 years? No. Do I think they should do 15? Yes. Do I think they deserve another chance at life? Yes, I do. And I would be on that jury, and I would recommend that I would not put away these kids for life. And that's exactly what they're going to get. She was suffering stuff with her mom dying. I don't know about her dad. I don't know about her family life. But these are 2 young kids. There's no way that they really understood what they were doing or how they were doing it. And everything is going to come down to what happens next. Everything's going to come down to where do we go from here? What can we do? What were their motives? What is their motivation logical? Is their motivation abuse? Are they going to lie on the stand? Are they truly forgiven? How did she even come into play? Did he rat on her? Did they know she was involved? Did she rat on herself? Did her dad give her? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. What other felony did they commit for them to charge them with first-degree murder? No, that's it. That's all the cops said. It was first-degree murder for 4 of them. 4 charges of first-degree murder. That's the only charges that have been said. The sad part is that they both have public defenders because neither one have parents to pay for an attorney. So they both got public defenders, and they're probably going to hang these kids. And again, my view on this can change once we know more information. Once there is more information, I will easily change my verdict. Exactly. Was it premeditated? Was it spur of the moment? So many different things. But it's just really sad. Was the father abused? Did the father abuse them? We don't know any of that yet. Everything is speculation. What else? All right. So Gage's dad, Richard Ripley, was 63 of Morgantown. He died unexpectedly on October 31st of 2019. He's a proud member of the local carpenters union. He also enjoyed woodworking in his free time. He was an avid science fiction enthusiast. He is survived by 3 children: Tanya, Cassandra, and Richard, 2 stepchildren. No, that was his grandchild. That wasn't his dad. That was his grandchild. His grandchildren were Gage and Kylie. Occam, that was his grandkid, not his dad. All right, guys. There you are. Yeah, that's his grandfather. See, that's essay. That's exactly what Occam said. But the problem is they don't have open records. I checked that earlier. I even tried finding an arrest record. Nothing is open. Oh, so you know what? It's not that far. It's 8 hours from me. Elkview is 8 hours. It's less than 8 hours. Hey, does West Virginia have like closed trials or open trials? I would go there for that trial. Juvenile records are always sealed, but if they're tried as an adult, they'll have a court. I'll go there for that trial. I'll stay there for the week. Do my own recording. So I can't get knocked by court TV. Yeah, it's less than 8 hours. That's nothing. I mean, I wouldn't drive it back and forth every day. But it's not that far. They are open? Yeah, I would go. Might not be. Yeah, but the trial's not going to be for a while. The trial wouldn't be probably till next year. If they're tried as an adult. They may not be tried as an adult. I'm hoping they're not tried as an adult. But I'm telling you, if I was on that jury, I would not convict them for life. I just wouldn't. Trial would be open if they're if they're charged as adults. If they're charged as juveniles, they won't. They won't even have a trial. It'll go right to a judge. I mean, they'll have a trial, but it's a closed trial. It'd be 2022, probably. But it'll definitely be interesting. Oh, shit. Hold on. There is an update on Mason Sisk. So that's the case that I did cover that was right around here. He's been in a juvenile hall. He has shown absolutely no remorse while locked up at a juvenile detention center, newly released documents show. Mason is facing capital murder charges in the September 2019 shooting massacre of his dad, stepmom, and younger siblings. The teen who has been charged, he has been charged as an adult. You know my ass will be there. Teen who has been charged as an adult was 14 at the time of slayings, which have seemingly not affected him. Mason does not seem bothered by the fact he's accused of murdering his family. His juvenile probation officer wrote in a report released Tuesday. He has not shown any sign of remorse while in detention, and he has not talked about his family at all. But Sisk, whose cousin believes the slayings were sparked by the revelation that his mom wasn't biologically related to him, had been getting along with other detainees at the Tennessee Valley Juvenile Detention Center in Tuscaloosa, according to his probation officer. While in detention, Mason follows directions, does the schoolwork, and interacts well with others. The new documents also revealed that all 5 of 6 relatives were shot in the head. He is facing 3 counts of capital murder of a victim under the age of 14 and 1 count of capital murder of 2 or more victims. The victims have been identified as dad, John, stepmom, Mary, 3 half-siblings. Mary worked special education teacher at Mountain Gap Elementary in Huntsville. She went above and beyond, blah, blah, blah. If my granddaughter needed anything, she was there. Mason Sisk has, however, had 2 disciplinary infractions and gotten several warnings while at the juvenile lockup, primarily for talking without permission. He remains held without bond in Limestone County. Well, there you go. There you have it. I didn't even know there was an update. He was adopted. Here's a picture of him, because the pictures we had were old. I gotta let someone know this. I will be at that court. Believe that. I followed this case from day one. Yeah, if he's got no remorse, he certainly will. Hold on. There he is. He looks way different than he did 2 years ago. So they finally decided to charge him as an adult. I'd like to get my hands on those papers. I gotta get my hands on those papers. Yeah, but you know what's interesting? Look what he looked like. Let me look at my file. Hold on. He looks so different. He's in Lauderdale City County Jail for safety. I couldn't tell you my son would kill me. Yes, he's back in Limestone County. Oh, no, I knew that, UC boss. He does remind me of Sean Penn, you're right. But he shows no remorse. He's proud he did it. Hold on, let me pull up his file. I'll show you what he looked like at the time of the murder. And everyone said he was a great guy. Um, Hold on. Family member had sent me this picture. And the age difference is just weird. Like it's only been a year and a half. It's just weird. No, there was a lot of issues with the parents. A lot. He always thought that his mom was his mom and it wasn't. And there were a lot of problems inside the home. A lot. He does look like Sean Penn. But exactly, here I see a young, happy kid. Here I see a hardened criminal. This will be interesting to see how both play out. He does have dead eyes. But no remorse at all. Which maybe, you know what? Maybe at this point it doesn't matter. I mean, he's being charged as an adult. He knows his life is done. Why have remorse? It's not going to save him. It's crazy. Like I said, I got to get my hand on those papers. So they didn't charge him until November. That's when they charged him as an adult. And look for the mom's picture in the school system. I have a picture of the mom. No way I'd be in jail till I die. I agree. Just sounds, but I have a picture of the mom. Aha. Hold up. All right. He's going to get the death sentence. I really do. I think he's going to get he's going to get the chair. Oh, the West Virginia case. All right, just well, because this one was a teacher too. Go back and look for the mom's picture in the school system. What do you mean in the school system? You have me confused. Hey, Kat, you have me confused. Too many appeals and not too much time wasted. Too much money wasted. All right.
Today, the teenager that you see right here on your screen is being held in the Limestone County Jail. He's charged as an adult. 15-year-old Mason Sisk is facing 4 capital murder charges.
Authorities said Sisk admitted to Limestone County Sheriff's Office investigators shortly after the murders that he killed his 5 family members in their home on Ridge Road in Elkmont back in September of 2019. The Sheriff's Office said then the gun he used was illegally in the home.
The victims in the case are his father and stepmom, John and Mary Sisk, as well as his 3 siblings, 6-year-old Kane, 5-year-old Rory, and 6-month-old Colson.
WAAY 31 Sydney Martin is live this afternoon with a breakdown on why the teenager is now being charged as an adult.
Naja, during the past year, Mason says court proceedings have been sealed because he was charged as a juvenile. But now the Limestone County District Attorney told us after a court hearing late last month, a judge decided to move his case to adult court. Because this was under the age of 16 when the murders happened, he had to initially be charged as a juvenile. During the past year, the state worked to transfer his case to adult court. Now, the Sheriff's Office tells me Sisk is charged with 3 counts of capital murder of a child under the age of 14 for killing his 3 siblings. He's also charged with a 4th count of capital murder for killing more than 2 people. Now, Sisk was in court in Limestone County just days after the murders back in 2019. We know then he was being held in a juvenile facility in Tuscumbia. Fast forward to last night, and he was booked into the Limestone County Jail as an adult.
2 different cases. I'm working on 2 different cases here. The case originally, the one that you're looking at on screen, that is the new case in West Virginia. The one that you just heard was the Mason Sisk, the 16-year-old, the 14-year-old that wiped out his whole family, that I went over there and interviewed the neighbor. That's the case that you just heard. There's an update in it. I know it's a little confusing. But I've been looking for an update. I didn't see one. I don't know why it just popped up now. It's from last month. 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. So he was originally charged as a juvenile. Now he's charged as an adult. Probably because he has no remorse. So he would have been out at 21. And now he's going to be out when he's 90. There's hardly any... Oh, really, Robbie? Yeah, I'm actually surprised more people aren't covering it, because it's really interesting. Nothing good happens after midnight. Prove me wrong.
Can you open this for me?
What is it? Oh.
Okay. I want juice.
What?
I said I want juice.
You're not going to kill me, right?
I'm going to kill you.
You're not going to wipe me out. You guys heard it first. She said she will.
I'm going to do it.
Don't say that.
I'm just kidding. Ha, I would never kill my mom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to beat you up.
I remember that. You guys heard it here first. If I'm dead, you know who did it. I know that's, Robin, that's why I'm kind of putting them together, because they are so much alike. And it's scary. It's scary that these kids are, just can do that. It's crazy. But at least he acted alone. At least we know he acted alone. But when I think of this case, I think of this case with Mason Sisk because I covered it. Now I got to find out when his next court date is. He's a little... Oh, that's old. I thought it was new. Why is it related when it's old? Kids are getting more aggressive and they're going to blame it on gun control. See, how come this has all the documents there and mine don't? Alabama Court of Appeals vacated a death penalty for a Huntsville man convicted of killing his young daughter. Wednesday's court action reaffirmed that Lionel Francis' conviction for capital murder in the 2016 shooting death of his 20-month-old. Criminal Appeals Court issued an opinion sending Francis' case back to circuit court to impose the only sentence provided by law, which is life in prison without the possibility of parole. Francis was sentenced to death last year based on aggravating circumstances of his criminal record from North Dakota. The court ruled that the previous conviction was a misdemeanor, meaning a death sentence no longer applied. The case being sent back to circuit court within the next 42 days to impose the new sentence. Francis was arrested on May 27th for his young daughter's shooting in a home he shared with his girlfriend. The pair had an argument. Walmart temporarily closes Huntsville location due to coronavirus. New Huntsville primary care clinic serve patients without insurance. I guess you have to be Hispanic, though. There was no one providing care for Spanish-speaking doctors. Okay. Yeah, a new clinic in Huntsville opening next month will provide primary medical care to the Hispanic community. Clinica Medica Moscati is a nonprofit clinic for patients without medical insurance. Founders Dr. Thomas Short and Myra Short, along with a complete Hispanic staff, aim to provide care to the Hispanic community at an affordable cost beginning January 6th. They say the clinic was created to address the lack of Spanish-speaking primary care providers in Huntsville. Okay. Alrighty then. Kelsey Shelley, I think I have. These are all old stories. Federal judge set to October trial date for 6 people accused of $41 million healthcare fraud out of a clinic in Huntsville. Mark Murphy and his wife Jennifer and their 4 co-defendants are accused of taking part in a scheme to receive kickbacks and defraud healthcare benefit programs for items and services that were medically unnecessary. The Murphys, along with Brian Bauman, Christy Rollins, Mark Murphy Jr., and Willie Frank Murphy, were indicted by the federal grand jury in September. Trial is set for October 4th, 2021 in Huntsville. Let me see. Kelsey Schilling. Oh, you know what? I have looked that up. She disappeared 4 years ago in Pueblo. She was 21 years old, 8 weeks pregnant, and she vanished. Chris Watts did it. Chris Watts did it. He kills pregnant women. Police watches video from February showed the unidentified man get in the car and drive off. He dropped the car at St. Mary Corwin the next day, but still hasn't been identified. I'm reading an old article, though. At some point, Sheldon left the Walmart and went to another address. So the boyfriend's in jail, so it's what's the deal with the case? I have no doubt that Dante, her boyfriend, the father of her child, are responsible for her disappearance. Everything is Chris Watts' fault. Nobody was ever found. Mother of a man arrested on suspicion of first-degree murder and the disappearance of a pregnant 21-year-old woman is in custody for investigation of robbery. Pueblo chief, 49-year-old connection. A 49-year-old Sarah Lucas was arrested Friday in connection with the robbery. His mom was involved? Her sons Dante and Dushan were arrested in November. Same incident. Dante was in custody in Pueblo on the robbery charge. He was arrested Friday in the disappearance of Kelsey. Officials say Lucas, now 25, was Shelley's boyfriend when she disappeared. Wow, mom's involved in a murder too. Her ex-boyfriend laid to rest. Gage's dad is in jail. He's a sex offender. Oh, no shit. Wow, this dude's like way younger than me. And he looks like way older than me. He was born the year I graduated. He's young. He's like 30. Damn. Now, contempt of court. Probably for not paying his child support. Yeah, contempt is just contempt of court. He was a basketball star? Guess not. No, what you just sent me was contempt. Oh. Whoa, check this out. It's not just kids that are really fucked up. A woman charged with killing her 7-year-old daughter after allegedly fraudulently portraying her as terminally ill and seeking donations to cover her medical care pleaded not guilty. Kelly Turner's lawyer entered a plea on her behalf during a virtual court hearing in suburban Denver. She appeared by video from jail, but only spoke to tell the judge she did not have any questions. She was indicted last year on murder, child abuse, theft, and charitable fraud charges in the 2017 death of Olivia Gant. Olivia was originally thought to have died as a result of her illness. However, authorities began investigating her death after doctors became suspicious when Turner allegedly claiming that her other daughter also had medical problems, according to the indictment. Olivia's actual cause of death has not been revealed. It was originally attributed to intestinal failure, but was later changed to undetermined after her body was exhumed and an autopsy was conducted as part of the investigation. It found no physical evidence of that illness and other conditions that Turner claimed. Ooh, Turner's efforts to fulfill her daughter's bucket list of dreams before she died drew publicity and donations, including an $11,000 Bat Princess costume party provided by Make-A-Wish Foundation. According to the indictment, Turner spontaneously brought up Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a psychological disorder in which parents or caregivers seek attention from the illness of their children, or dependents sometimes cause them injuries that require treatment. While being questioned by investigators, she denied she had it. Whoa, this chick is crazy. Think about that. This chick is taking donations, telling everybody that her daughter's going to die right before she murdered her. That's fucking sick. One doc told investigators Turner wanted to withdraw all medical care and artificial feeding for her daughter because her quality of life was so bad. She said she insisted that he sign a do not resuscitate order for the daughter. Doctors had said Olivia wouldn't be able to survive on IV nutrition, and Turner was given the option of taking her home on hospice. According to the indictment, Olivia died a few weeks later. Wow. That's crazy. That's sick. Douglas County Grand Jury. Wow. She was 7 years old. Girl never had a chance. Exactly. I agree with that. But this girl never had a chance. That's news. That just came out at 8 o'clock tonight. Dude, that's nuts. So look what they did. Denver police let terminally ill 6-year-old fight crime for a day. Olivia Gant is terminally ill with neurogastro something. I can't even pronounce it. You remember that case? I remember the name. I vaguely remember the name. Gurwison was hospitalized for a month and now receiving a hospice. We don't know how much longer she has. That's crazy. Why was this $11,000? She said, I want to battle with Batman. We're going to battle Ursula, and we're going to battle Captain Hook. Staff dressed up as a popular animated characters to make Olivia's fantasy reality. Ursula, Ariel, and others. How did doctors not fucking catch this shit? Setting aside her battle a disease which attacks her vital organs. Her mom was probably poisoning her. Olivia's mom was delayed several times due to unexpected medical emergencies. Dude, that's fucking nuts. You're welcome, Carolina. You give me all the money in the world and I would give it back to you to be able to watch this again. Dude, that's crazy. I blame the doctors for this. I do. I'm telling you, I blame the doctors. Doctors are trained to pick this stuff out. I think it's sick that they don't. No, not Barrett. Another one in Colorado. Got it, Letha. Well, here's a fucking crazy ass story. Georgia babysitter is behind bars for murder after she allegedly beat a toddler to death while babysitting for a child for a family friend. Christina Hannah Flood was babysitting for a family friend's daughter in Sandy Springs, Georgia. She looked up urge to beat a child that's not yours online before murdering a friend's tot girl. Investigators questioned Flood. She reportedly said the toddler hit her head on a slide. Flood also called Fallon's mother and told her the same thing. Authorities, however, said the child's injuries were not consistent. They said an autopsy of Fallon indicated she had suffered severe injuries that resulted in her death during her care. The child had a serious head fracture along with lacerations of her liver, spleen, and colon. Arrest warrant also indicated Flood searched online what type of people enjoy abusing other people's children, and what does it mean to have a sudden urge to beat a child that's not yours. It's like she snapped. It's like this evil was in front of my face for years and I never saw it. Gant added it was impossible to predict that something like this would happen. She said the suspect was a loving mother who had been babysitting Fallon since August. Dude, that's crazy. People are crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. Online court records indicate that this is not Flood's first run-in with the police. 2012, let me show you them. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with people? It's a sick bitch. Till she admits she's a liar. Yeah, I agree with that, John. GoFundMe page has been set up for the mom as a $47,000 raise out of 50. Happened on December 9th. How do you kill somebody else's kid? Babysitter has a fat neck. She did. Just how do you kill somebody's kid? You want to kill your own kid, fine. How do you kill somebody else's kid? Yeah, she does kind of look like Cece. That's crazy. Fallon Fridley. Fallon was my stripper name, by the way. No joke. She was only 2. She was killed at Sandy Springs apartment while in the care, according to police. That's crazy. Tyler was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. She was arrested 5 times before her 21st birthday. She now faced 2 counts of felony murder, single count each of malice murder, aggravated battery, and cruelty to children in the first degree in connection with Fallon's death. She had been held in the Fulton County Jail without bond since Friday. No words take away the pain of your loss of a precious child. That's crazy. What is wrong with people? People have lost their motherfucking minds. Crazy. I've tased a girl named Fallon. She needed it. I'm telling you, that was my stripper name. I'm not joking. No, I'm serious. When I was a dancer, my name was Fallon. What is wrong with the world? My God. Toddler shoots himself while mom is feeding infant in the next room. 2-year-old apparently picked up a loaded gun and pulled the trigger, shooting himself to death while his mom fed the infant in another room. Indiana. 22-year-old mom was in the front room. The boy died. Why the fuck do you have a child and a Ruger 9mm hanging around in the same place? Fucking moron. Whoa. Hold up. It's one I can't talk about on YouTube. I'll get shut down. Wow. All right. Why don't these people just start casing Anthony Kindercare? I know, right? For real. That's like no joke. Jail is not really a deterrent for most younger people these days. The home life is generally worse. That's true, too. Be careful who you leave your kids with. Exactly. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Almost as insane as Mason Sisk getting away with what he did, being tried as a juvenile, and he fucked it up and is now going to be tried as an adult. The fuck was this kid thinking? He's got some serious fucking mental issues. I don't even think she's around anymore, John. Like, some serious fucking mental issues. I agree. Who leaves a gun out? With a toddler, no less. Sick. Sick. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm posting something in Patreon for those of you that are Patreons. And I'll post it to members Friday or Saturday. And then I'll follow it up on Monday here. Hold on. All right. Have you checked out a man found in bed with deceased wife and kids after allegedly... Ew. Looks like T-Bag will be in court on the 18th for Gannon's case. I haven't really followed Gannon. It just never interested me that much. I think when everybody's covering a story, it bores me. Because then it's like, what's the point? Everybody's covering it. So, but I am going to cut out. I didn't realize it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I have to get my ass to bed. So, I will see you guys mañana. Don't forget, Friday night PJ party. I'll talk about some of these other cases. I'm up in the Gannon case. Yeah, I never got into it. I don't know why. I just didn't. I will see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow, though. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to bed. And I will see you all tomorrow. Peace. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And join Patreon. Join member. And I miss you too, Cat. And I will see you guys later. Peace. And remember, the world is better with you in it.